Jack, how you doing?
Hello, Dr. Porter.
Dr. Bobby, yeah. Right, Mr. Bennett. So, what's brought you here today?
Basically, athletics is my sport, and recently I've been having some poor performances, poor times, and it's coming up to the start of the season now. So I've also done my pre-season competitions, and I'm not getting anywhere near my PBs, which I'm hoping to achieve in main season, which is where I should be getting around about now. And I'm just trying to figure out why, because I feel like some things are going good, some things are going bad. But
fair enough. So do you just want to tell me a bit about yourself from the last time, maybe 5 years? 5 years,
okay.
School, everything's generally
so I'm about to turn 18. I've been doing athletics for 5 years now, so roughly, and started young, like 5 years ago, and wasn't very good. Started getting better straight away. I've never qualified. I qualified in cross country for English national championships, and that's what I'm trying to do this year in athletics. Done a lot of training in school. I've always, I did alright at GCSE. Doing a BTEC course now, where I'm hoping to get quite good marks, get into university next year. Hopefully get into university team, which I feel is putting pressure on me, because I want to get into English nationals, then I get a first choice place in that university athletics team, and also possibly a scholarship to university. And this year more than ever, is the year I need to get into English schools before I become an adult as such. This is the last chance to get into English schools, because I won't be in school anymore. The university championships is going to get a lot harder. So if I want to get my name out there young, now's my last chance. Okay,
that's fair enough. So generally in your personal life as well, how's it been in the last couple of years? How's the last year been? Enjoyed life? And
I do enjoy life. I'm a very positive person. I look at everything in a good way rather than negatively, which obviously helps you psychologically. I always enjoy the company of my friends. Family is always good as well. Nothing wrong. Teammate, when I train, I tend to zone out a bit. I do socialise with my teammates, but once we're actually training, there's no socialising for me.
Do you do any sport with teammates as well?
No. Well, I play a bit of football with friends, but not competitively.
Okay, fair enough. And so, how has athletics been? How have you been motivated and been achieving in your
pre-season, or
just in the last season and this last pre-season? What's been your motivation to keep going and training?
Before, I'd say last season it was just a bit of fun. It was nice to maybe come in the top 3 of it and win a medal. When it was, oh yeah, you're doing well. And then last year I took it very seriously. I actually got a coach, started training 3-4 times a week. So life revolves around athletics then, as well as education and friends and other things came secondly. Leisure activities just came second. They weren't a priority anymore. So keeping motivated, it was just aiming for a time for the end of the season. I did get it. I managed to get 4. Well, time's irrelevant, does it? I made the time I wanted to get, and then this year my point is to try and get the time for the English school standard, and that's been trying to motivate me for this year, and that's helped with the pre-season. And I felt I've had a really good pre-season, trained hard, but coming to race day, I'm just not getting the results.
So your performances have been a bit up and down. Has that affected your motivation? And so obviously if you haven't felt you're going to get the times, or if you do feel you're going to get the times, is there still a motivation there to train? And what are you thinking about when you're training?
I always find some sort of motivation. I react good with my coach as well. I'm very negatively influenced. If my coach is shouting at me, or someone shouts at me in a bad way, saying, "Oh, you're playing awful, this, that," you're running awful, then I find that motivates me better. I get angrier, and my arousal level starts to go up. Whereas rather than some coaches would say, "Oh, well done, you're doing this, but let's get a bit better." And I think because I've got 2 coaches, one of my coaches is more like that, and the other coach is more the type I have to react better to.
So you also said you played a little bit of football. Is that just maybe once a week, just a local?
Not even that anymore. It's just playing 5-a-side with my friends.
Okay.
So.
And do you enjoy that?
Very much.
Well,
I haven't got the time for it, and also I can get very fatigued from it.
Yeah.
So it's not a priority, because I need to keep my legs.
Do you wish it was a priority then? Because if you go out and you enjoy it with your friends,
I still do see my friends, but I do enjoy it with my friends. But then, if I want to take my athletics seriously, I can't make it a priority. So, and I do want to take it seriously, take it to university.
Fair enough. I think that's good. That shows you've got real ambition. I think that's brilliant. So how's the last month or so been for you? Training was
Training
obviously
still good.
pre-season, so.
Both my coaches are great coaches in terms of training. They give us the right drills to do.
Mhm.
What gym sessions is fine. You know, rehabilitation's
Yeah.
good. I haven't been injured at all, which is
That's
great. And training, it's just you feel. I've been feeling fresh, been
Okay.
eating well. You know, I'm ready to go, ready for the season, and then just the competitions. I've had 2 competitions last month. One of them I achieved. You know, it was 5 seconds off my PB, which isn't really good enough.
Okay. What distance was that over?
1,500 metres.
Okay.
So 5 seconds is all right, but
Yeah.
then I need to be getting under that. You know, I'm hoping to get under that in my first race in the actual season, and then the second one was way off. But then the conditions were still quite good. It wasn't like it was a really windy day. I prepared how I would normally prepare, and it's just not worked for me.
Okay. So so the last month, do you think that maybe having a little bit, you've lacked enjoyment of athletics because of the pressure?
Yeah, maybe because of the pressure a little bit, but I do enjoy the sport, but I find training very difficult to enjoy, if that makes sense. I very enjoy competition and I enjoy the social aspect of athletics as well, but with the pressure as well, during training, you know, with the coach that I'd say I rap better with, he's constantly drilling into me, you're not going to get into this team unless you do this, which is great for me, but I'm pushing that extra little bit harder, which is brilliant, but I'm feeling very fatigued and it's making me not enjoy it more. But
that's fair enough. Yeah. So what do you want? to get out of me then?
I'm just trying to figure out why my performances aren't going to plan when everyone else seems to be. I don't know if it's to do with my arousal levels before a game.
Yeah. Well, from what you said, I think that it's proven that you are really passionate about athletics, and that's great. Although I do think maybe you've lacked a bit of enjoyment. I think your confidence has gone down with results, which is understandable. That's going to happen to everyone. But I think it's having that maybe distraction. I think that you should really enjoy football with the friends. If that means substituting it, because I mean you're not at complete elite. It's not a full-time job for you. I think it's important that you enjoy your sport, and if you can do a little bit of football, and that will probably improve your motivation. You've got a distraction there. Also, I think you're very extrinsically motivated. You're very focused on the end goal, which is to get to uni, get in the team. And I think, which could also be interpreted as intrinsic, because that's your personal motivation. You're not doing it
for anybody else.
Yeah. Although I think this picture of this goal, I think you just need to enjoy it and be happy. And if you can enjoy it, I'm sure your results will come, because you've obviously got the potential there. As for your arousal, I think it's obviously shown that you perform better when you're high arousal. I'm sure in the football you enjoy it, you perform better when you're being really psyched up by your friends and you're really into it. So I think that's good. If you could improve on that, maybe use some music. I'll provide you with a plan to do so. So I'll give you a plan where you can,
Do you think that's where I'm going wrong before a game, before a fair race? Because before, obviously, it was a hobby. I turn up, do my warm up, and get going.
And I think because you're used to, athletics, obviously you're more on your own. When you go out onto a track in your little time, that's going to be, you may lose your arousal. And I think if you can have a bit of music there, a bit of playing, and really, get into the zone and get really fired up.
Yeah, maybe my performance will be a lot better.
And I think, you could find ways of developing that through your football even. You get others around you and you know what that feels like, so we'll take some of those traits and we'll try and put that into your running. And I'm sure those two will, help each other out and you'll perform better. But we'll talk about that in the sessions.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much, Zach, and look forward to seeing you soon. Cut.
Pink iPhone case.